Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. I'm finally back live. Can you believe I was gone for over a month? I hope you enjoyed the pre-recorded videos that I had while I was gone. I had worked on a lot of projects and I didn't think I was going to be gone as long as I was. So there was a couple of weeks that I missed having a video, but just a reminder that celebration, today's the last day, so if there's any of those free items that you want, today's the last day to get them. There's also, today's the last day where you can get the Making Plans collection, which, where do I have? Oh, I have it right here. Sorry, I forgot. So if you want to join my team, you can get the Making Plans collection. It includes a stamp set. It includes 3 notebooks. These are really nice. And then the planner. I love this planner. And there's a whole bunch of sheets that I haven't even put in here yet, but it comes with some sticker sheets, you know, the weekly, monthly things. But you'll get this included in your starter kit if you join today. Today's the last day. So let me get this out of the way. And are you not sure what you would put in your starter kit? I have this bucket that I always have at my classes, and I call it my blessed bucket. I know it's backwards for you, but because I have been so blessed since I started, since I became a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I have met so many amazing people. I've gone on trips with Stampin' Up that I wouldn't have thought I would ever go on, and just, I'm so blessed to be a demonstrator. So I have some items that I put together. Let me just put it down that you can get. So you can get 2 packages of cardstock. Now all of this stuff is actually going to be less than $125 in product. You can get a bundle. This is the Blessings of Home bundle. You can get a couple of clear blocks, because this will all help you start your card making. So this is block D and G. You can get some pearls. Sorry about the glare. There's actually, you can get note cards and envelopes, another easy way to start. And some of that glittered ribbon, it's white, so you can color it any color you want. And a Memento ink black stamp pad. So you can get all of this in your starter kit for $99 plus free shipping, and you'll get the Making Plans planner kit. So again, today's the last day if you want to get the Making Plans collection. All right, let me get that out of the way. And I think we are ready. My project sheet posted. So today we're going to make this cute little lantern. I know, is it too early for Halloween? But this is something that was cute that I thought of, and you put a tea light in it or a glow stick, and the kids can carry it when they go trick-or-treating, so they have a little light with them. So let's get started. So again, we're going to do the lantern. This is probably going to be a longer video than usual because I'm going to do a lot of heat embossing. But we're going to start out with a 12 by 12 piece of black cardstock. And this is in the holiday catalog. We normally don't carry the black 12 by 12. So this piece is going to be 10 3/8. So 10, there goes 1, 2, 3. So it's the, if you're using this trimmer, it's 2 notches before the half. So that's 10, oops, I moved it 10, 1, 2, 10 3/8. Sorry, it slipped out of my hands. And then by 6. So you're going to be able to make 2 lanterns out of 1 sheet of cardstock. So we're going to score the long side, the 10 3/8, at 1/4. I should have grabbed my scoring tool, but I forgot, or my scoreboard. 2 7/8, so that's the 2 notches before the 3. 5 3/8, again before the half, and 7 7/8, the notch before the 8. I hope I did this right, because when I was creating this, I forgot to redo it to make sure that I did it right. So we're going to score the short side now at 1 1/2. And you know what? I forgot to grab my iPad so that I can see your guys' comments. Hold on a second, because I gotta see your guys' comments. I charged it and everything to make sure that I was gonna have it ready, and then I forgot to grab it. So we're gonna do all these score lines, burnish all the score lines. And then we're gonna do some die cutting, but we're gonna do some measuring first. Let me see if I can find myself live. And here I am. Okay, so now I could see the comments. I have the iPad. I think I could see the comments. Where'd they go? Oh yeah, hi Wendy, hi Denise. You guys both caught me live. Okay, so now we burnished and scored these lines. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna measure, and this is just to help us put or make our little windows evenly. So this is the bottom score line, the 1 1/2. So I'm gonna go start at this 1 1/2 score line, and I'm gonna just go up to the 1 inch mark here, and we can do the same over here, and then we'll just go across, match them up. And this is only because it's helping us line up our windows. We want to make sure that they're going to be the same. So you can make that line across. I made mine, I think I made it a little bit too light, but we're going to erase it as well. So there's our line. So now we can do our die cutting. And let me get my cut and emboss machine. And so this is our die that we're going to use. So on these, I'm going to go every other one, switch it around. So here's the line, and so then you can line your die right up on that. And then just make sure you're even on each side, because then when we put our vellum, it's gonna fit in there. So this one's going down, and you'll see what I mean. I didn't want them all the same direction, so I wanted to change it up. And so we're doing every other. We can leave that in there for now. So see, now this one I'm turning, this will be at the top. We're gonna measure it, line it up here, make sure you're even on both sides, and cut again. I don't know, for some reason when I seen this die set, I thought, oh, that'll be so cute for a lantern. Don't ask me how, how I thought that, but I did. So let's get those out of the way. And now this one, we're gonna turn it again so that these trees, I guess they're trees, branches, will be the bottom. It's spooky, so it doesn't matter that they're on the bottom. So cut that one again. Oops. And I'm gonna have all these little black pieces all over. And then save these. I use these to cut out the other things. We don't waste no paper. So we'll put that last one on there and cut. And Okay, so that's it on the die cutting for the moment. I think I'm gonna need my trimmer again because now we're gonna cut our windows. Get this thing out of the way. Bring the trimmer back in. Like I said, I got little pieces of black crumbs all over. Okay. Oh, thank you, Wendy. You like my blouse? I'm ready for, I'm actually ready for fall already, but you know, with this heat coming back, I know back in California, you guys are getting a heat wave. I still get all the notifications. So the vellum, we're gonna cut it at 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, I believe it is. Yeah, 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So this is 2 1/4, and we need 4 of them. So 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and I had some extras cut, but those are in case of an emergency. So here's 2 1/4 again, and 3 1/4. Okay, so we have our 4 windows. Okay, so now let's erase that. I have all kinds of little like pieces of white. I was doing a lot of die cutting, but now we can erase our line so we don't have those line marks. And there's some things that still need to be punched out before we stick our windows on. Who's ready for fall? Are you guys still enjoying this hot summer? Denise, I know Texas has been extremely hot as well. Okay, so this is now going to be the inside, and we're just going to put some thin lines of liquid glue, and I'm going to go pretty close to the edges here because you know this liquid glue, it can smudge all over. Little is better than a lot. A little goes a long way. So we're gonna put all 4 windows on. You know, I thought I was all prepared and had all my stuff out, but I got a phone call from my daughter a while ago while I was getting my stuff together, and we were talking for so long that I had to cut her off, and then I didn't grab all my supplies. So I know I need to go grab my orange Stampin' Blend. I shouldn't say orange, it's pumpkin pie. Let's put this one looks thin here and here. These windows, they don't look so fancy, but they're going to be on the inside, and so nobody will know. Another thin line. And if you don't want to use this as a little lantern to carry around, fill it up with some goodies and give it to those little kids in your life. Could be a little goodie bag as well. It doesn't have to be a lantern. I personally made mine as a lantern, and it's funny, I put a glow stick in it, and then I also put a tea light in it, and totally different effects on the colors. So now we're going to color this vellum orange. Hey, Nathan. Yeah, it's our little secret. Nobody will know how ugly it is inside. So we're just going to color this orange with our pumpkin pie blend. I know, Nathan, you love Halloween. So do I. And that's why I'm already making my little Halloween projects. I should be doing fall. On my blog, I've been doing Christmas, which is real early for me. But I have a craft fair, so I've been working on fall projects for the craft fair. And you could actually color this, again, you can color the whole sheet in pumpkin pie if you want to make it look all, what am I trying to say? Just all the same. I can't think of the word. Like that. And the reason, because people would say, well, why don't you put pumpkin pie cardstock? Well, then it's not going to light up. You're not going to see it. We want that glow through the vellum. But you can put it, just color it. You could tell I've been coloring a lot with my blend. It does not look the greatest. I'm actually going to be placing an order. Get those last minute celebration orders. And even if it's like striped like this, it makes it look more spooky. When like it's not even like that, it looks more spooky. We want a spooky Halloween project. So I'm just going to color all of these in now to make them all look the same. So it looks like all the vellum is pumpkin pie. But see, this is like you go back and you just do this and it makes it spooky. I know. I'm a bit silly. Yes. You know what, Nathan? That's a great idea. And I thought about that, doing each window a different color. So you could do Parakeet Party, you could do Gorgeous Grape, you could do the pumpkin pie, and you can do Daffodil Delight, and then you would have a all different color. See with the stripes, now it looks like more spooky. All right, so let's get to, now I think we got all that. We're gonna cut these score lines. So you're gonna cut the bottom score lines up and up and up. Nathan, I'm so glad that you joined today. We missed each other in St. Louis. I was driving by and you were there and didn't even know it. Okay, so now we're going to add some tear and tape right to this little section. Oops. And we'll adhere them together. Look at me, I'm using my scissors instead of my take your pick tool. And just fold this over, line it up, and now, so I always like to put the seam in the back, so this is going to be our front. So we can add a little piece of tear and tape here just to hold this down. I need to grab my take your pick tool because now my scissors will be sticky. And put that one down. My lantern looks a little crooked, whereas the seam's in the back, so this is going to be our front. So we can add another piece of tear and tape. We'll add one to each side. Where's my back again? I dropped it, so this is the front. All right. Push that that one in. You guys like my little custom scissor charms? My granddaughter made them for me. She's been making jewelry. I told her, hey, I need a pair of green earrings. She made them. I need a pair of yellow earrings. She made them. And you know what? I don't have them on today. Terrible, terrible. So there is our box. And we'll make a handle. But should we do, I don't know, should we do all the embossing first? Let's do the embossing, I guess. Because that stuff gets kind of messy. But I love the new embossing tray because that makes things a little bit easier. Getting all this other stuff out of my way. Okay, so I had said on my project sheet that you need a piece of 8.5 by 2 Daffodil Delight. And that's because this is going to, we're going to stamp all of our things, all of our little people and everything on here. So we're going to use Versamark. I should have taped my thing down because it keeps moving. So this piece you'll have enough room to put all your kids. You can see I have all my kids. And then you're going to do some moons, and then we're going to use some little pieces behind the haunted house. So let me get all my stuff, my embossing, so we can be ready. So I'm gonna do them all at once. So there's those ones. Here's the little fairy. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I can see where I'm stamping so that I'm not stamping on top of each other. You know, because since Versamark is clear, I can see. Yesterday when I was putting it together, I stamped on top of each other because I wasn't paying attention. I was just stamping. So we're going to use our black, and we'll be very generous because we want them to stick and stand out. Some of these are light. And then I believe, like if you want them dark, you could re-stamp them, but it'd be hard with with the rubber stamps. Photopolymer is a little bit better because you could see where you're stamping. You could re-stamp in Versamark, and then you can put more embossing powder on to make it dark. Try to get, that's from his little feet. And yes, we are going to hand cut these. I know. So see why I love this tray? This, you just take the lid off and you scoop it right back in there. I love this. I was like, oops, even though I just made a mess with it. Because I'm not paying attention. I'm looking to see if there's any comments and I'm not paying attention. And I have a little bit of glitter inside mine because I accidentally got my colors mixed from some old sparkly black that we used to have. Oh yes, Stamparatus. Thank goodness you're here today, Nathan. All right, so, oh, I guess I need to plug it in for it to work, huh? All right, let's heat this up and get these guys going. Oh, you didn't get this new kit. Hey, Heather. Are you watching from work? I think a few of you are watching during working hours. I think I could have stamped those a little bit better, but they're okay. And you can actually stamp with Versamark first, and then you can use your Memento black, so you could even get a darker black. But I think these guys are good enough. Okay, Wendy, I won't tell anybody. You guys are supposed to be working. I'm glad that you're here. So we're gonna cut these little guys out because we're cutting everything by hand. I know, I was surprised that this set didn't have dies for all the little kids. It only had the haunted house. One night I was sleeping when I was thinking about this project, and I was like, I hand cut all those little kids. I bet you there's dies. The things you think about when you're sleeping. But the next morning I got up to see if there were dies, and there were no dies. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to hand cut them all. But it doesn't take long. It's just if you're gonna mass produce these, then you have a lot of cutting to do. But they don't have to be perfect either. Nobody will know, just us, right, Nathan? Our little secret. Oh, I lost your comments. What did I do? There they go. So Heather, you are watching from work. So Heather's my daughter in Indiana. She's the one that we were visiting. And me and her even got to craft together because, you know, it had been so long since I crafted. I ordered some stuff, had it delivered to her house so that we could craft together. And actually, those are the cards that I had on my blog last week. Because I didn't have like a stamparatus. I didn't have a die cutting machine. So I did fussy cutting on a lot of stuff. And I think the card that I had yesterday on my blog was another one. I hand cut those candy canes. But those are what we made while we were there. You know, I had to craft. It had been so long. And since I've been back, I'm working on craft fair projects. I had to get this project in. And then, I don't know if you join my email list, I send a free project sheet out each week. And it's not the same one like I do today. It's totally different. It's only for my email subscribers. So it's just a perk for being on my email list. And we are almost done after we get the 3 little kids. And you can, you know, your lantern, I already gave you the base of it. You decorate it however you want. This is just the way that I chose to do it. And there's other Halloween sets in the catalog, and I did not get. I kind of didn't buy them because I was going to be gone, and I didn't know how much time I would have to be making all these projects. But you can put some of your other ones. Nathan, I seen a cute project that you did with the witch's hat one. That would be cute on here. Okay, you guys, almost done with all this cutting. And okay, so now we're good. So I think I didn't pay attention to how I cut mine. So yeah, because this is the front. See, my things are up here, so we're just gonna switch it around. So I had said to use the black Stampin' Dimensionals, and I forgot to grab the big ones, so we're just using some little ones. And we're gonna put our little kids on the front here. Move them up because you gotta leave room for your sentiment. On this side, we're gonna put these two, because I thought this first one kind of looked like it was running scared, and so I figured the black cat would scare it. Oops. And the little princess or fairy is trying to save the one that's running scared. The fairy princess, she's gonna save the day. But see, this one to me looked like she or he was running away scared. So we're gonna put that black cat. And then little Frankenstein, we're gonna put him right here where we're gonna put our bats. Again, I need my little take your pick tool. So Frankie's gonna go right there. Okay, so this side we need to cut our haunted house. So here's a piece, and we're gonna do all the rest of the die cutting because we have a lot of pieces to cut. Yes, this is definitely a project for kids. Remember I said don't throw this away? We're gonna use this. And look, see this piece right here? Doesn't that look like a haunted tree? We could actually cut that off. To me, it looks like something you would see in a movie, like a haunted tree, like a scary tree. So we're gonna use our haunted house here. We are going to use this to cut all of these bats. These are all the dies that come with it. So I think there is a total of, I dropped one. 7 bats that come in this set. And I'm just gonna use this scrap because it's here. Because we're gonna do a lot of moons. We need 4 moons because I wanted the moon on each corner. And see, use that, and there's your cat. So don't waste those pieces. You can still use them. And so let's cut these. And we're just gonna have to run the moon over a few times. But other than that, we'll have all our pieces. All my bats stayed on the tray. And the bats, these tiny ones are so tiny, but we're gonna use them all. We're not gonna let anything go to waste. Here's our haunted house. There's our cat. Again, you could cut that out and use it as a spooky tree. And here's 1 moon. And get this out of the way. And we need 3 more moons. That haunted tree, I actually tried, I cut one out yesterday because I was like, oh, this looks like a haunted tree. So I cut one out in crumb cake and I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll add it to today's project. So I'll show you in a minute. Because again, you gotta look outside of the box and see what all you have. Okay, let me put all these dies back so I don't lose them, especially all these little bats. The other day I was doing a fall project and I had my acorn stamp and it was the top of the acorn and I lost it. Oops. And I was like, I just had it. Where did I lose it? And it ended up being stuck on the back of a pack of DSP. But I had to search. I even had my husband in here trying to help me find it because I was like, I just had it. I don't know where it went. Okay, do we need anything else die cut? We actually do. We need the banner. But me, I stamp so crooked. So I usually like to stamp first. Because on this one, I don't think I put my sticker on right, so that it throws me off. That's where I'm not stamping right. And we're going to save this little piece right here because we're going to use that. Like I said, you'll have plenty of scraps to do your things. So on the cat, we are going to use just this tiny little piece of paper because we're going to make his eyes orange. I wanted him to have orange eyes. So you can either get a little piece of tape or you can glue it on. This tape is like, and he will have his orange eyes. So see, if there's a tape, just cut it off where it shows. Because it is such a small piece, it's hard. And then now we're gonna do the same with the windows. I think I said to use a, what was 3/4 by 1 inch, but I think you still have to cut it for the yellow windows. Again, I think I cut a little bit thin, but you're just gonna work it to where it fits. And a little bit thinner. These pieces are so small, but I wanted to add color. I just didn't want it to be, I didn't want it to sit up against the orange vellum. I want it to add color. So we're gonna add a piece of tape again, and this one can just go right over like that, and you can tape it on top. And again, our little secret, nobody's gonna know how we stuck that on there. Right? It's those little things. But see, now we have some yellow windows. Or it looks like there's lights on in there. There was a tape sticking out. Okay. So now we are going to add a moon to each corner because I wanted it to look like that we're all each has the moon the same. So I'm cutting a dimensional in half. This is a mini. Right in half. Right in half. You could also use a glue dot, but I like them to be popped up. So here's another mini. Mini. Oops. Mini. All right, so we're gonna put the moons are gonna go all in the same spot in each corner. So that way they're all looking at the same sky. My dimensional is coming off. Wants to stick to me, but not the cardstock. There's that one. Oops, same thing. You know, I usually use my take your pick tool. It's right here. It's not like it's far. Because I think I have chubby fingers, so it's always easier to use the take your pick tool. Okay, so let's go back to Frankenstein because now we're going to add our bats. And we're kind of going to do the same thing. Another thing, you can always use these little edges to cut and use for little things. And I'm only going to put these on each side. We're going to leave one wing popped out. This guy's going to go up in the tree. This one is going to go here because we want them flying. They're flying. And then the medium one, I think what I did is I used glue dots on the little ones because they were too hard to cut a dimensional that small. Okay, here's my take your pick tool. And then this one will go over here. Let me me see, these guys are so tiny. We'll put, okay, I can't even see my glue dot. That one there. Now my finger stuck to a glue dot. I told you this video was going to be long because the die cutting and these little pieces. Like I said, if you're doing these, you're doing a lot of these, it's gonna be a bit. Okay, I think that's all I put on there. And then now this side, we're gonna add our haunted house, the mini dimensionals. I hope I still have you guys here with me. I know it's taken a while, especially if you're working. Sorry. I try not to do long videos because I know people these days don't have a lot of time. But this project was too cute and you don't want to rush it. So there's the haunted house. And now with the 3, well, I'll do the sentiment in a minute, but we're going to add some, let me get a couple of glue dots so you guys see them right here. We're going to add a couple of bats to this side, the last 2 bats that we have. We're going to add them. And we'll put one over here by the moon. And you can just fold those glue dots over so that they're not really sticking out too much. Make your bat fly, bend those wings. We're going to put him by the moon. But I know you're probably saying, well, that's black on black. We're not done yet with these bats. We're gonna make them stick out. And we're gonna add one over here, because you guys know what I always use. And now we're gonna do our black cat that's scaring the kids. And all right, Heather, you go back to work. Love you too. I'll talk to you later. And thank you, Wendy. Oops, yeah, he goes here. And kind of stick him under the branches like that. And then he's there. Okay, so I think we have all those. So now we're gonna make these bats stick out because we're gonna make them glittery with our Winkastella. You know me, always gotta add that Winkastella. And then since they're on the black, they'll stand out. I'll pop up those. And I haven't forgot about the handles yet. Get these little guys. Okay, I think those are all decorated. So let's see, these 2 are the same, right? I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. These 2 are the same, and then now we just need to add the sentiment. Okay, so we're going to use pumpkin pie and Halloween happiness. Now see, I put my sticker on crooked, I could tell. So I gotta figure out, how's it straight? Do I go this way? I think I do. That looks like it. So I turn it just a little because I put my sticker on crooked. Ah, it came out good. Shocker. I thought it would, the other day I went that way. I said, let me turn it that way, and it was more crooked. So, and we can still use the mini dimensionals. If you have the black pack, it has the big ones as well. And we're just gonna add this sentiment right here under these little cuties. My box is backwards because I didn't pay attention to when I did the, I mean, this could be your front too. So now all we need is the handle. So we have some cardstock left over. And we just need, this is the piece. You want to use the piece that we cut off from the 10 5/8 because you want to save this piece so that you can make another one. So this is going to be My handle is a 1/2 inch by 8. Although this piece is 12, we only need 8. Am I right? Everything seems to be moving on me today. A 1/2 inch by 8. And we're going to curl it with our bone folder. Now, because the kids will be carrying this around, I'm going to staple it. I have one of these older Stampin' Up staple guns. You could use any staple gun that you want. We'll put it on the inside. I think Michael's actually has a mini version of this for a pretty reasonable price. But since the kids are going to be carrying it, you want to make sure that the handle's not going to fall off with a glue dot or something. And then to kind of hide those staples, just get a Sharpie or black marker and color them black, so then you don't really see them. And you can even do them on the inside. Like that, to hide them. What do you think of that? All of your stickers are crooked too. Good, I'm not the only one. I always say I have a crooked head. That's my excuse. So there's our little lantern. How about that? And I have a tea light here, but I don't know if we're going to be able to tell it glowing because there's too much light. Let me close some blinds real quick. And then, well, it's still not very bright, but that's the little lantern. If you've seen my video, I had posted on Instagram of it. You could see how bright it is. But that's the project for today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, and I forgot. Share my video, and I have an adorable little prize that I'm going to send you. It'll be personalized. So share my video, and then I will draw a name, and I will show you next week who the winner is and their prize that they're going to get. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure and like my video and subscribe. I appreciate everybody's participation. You guys have a great week. See, this goes, it's better this way, but I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. So anyway, you guys all have a great week, and I will see you guys next Wednesday. You guys take care. Bye.